Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Antics and Anecdotes. I'm Leonardo.
I'm Leo.
And I'm your host, Angelo.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Maybe.
The intro.
We just cut out a lot of the beginning of the podcast. Because
No, we didn't. It's going to be in there.
Too much.
It's great. Yeah. Beautiful. Screwing around. When do we ever screw around?
Never.
Like, that's out of our character.
How's everybody's week this week? Good? Bad?
Worked all day.
It was pretty good. Good week all around, you know.
You got your drone license.
I did, baby. I'm certified remote pilot. Keywords.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
what does that mean?
how hard was it? Yeah. What was that? What was the purpose? And then how hard was it to get?
The purpose of that is I can't make money off flying my drone, and I can't sell my footage because I'm just a hobbyist technically.
But now you can.
But now, since I have my license, I can sell my footage. Hit me up, Angelo, Sangiacomo, and you'll find me. Anyways,
I didn't know
the
that.
test was actually pretty fucking hard. Like, I had to study quite a bit.
Bombed it the first time around.
Bombed 50% the first time around.
Hard bombing.
I thought you said you got 68%. You needed to get over 70%.
I lied. I was shameful. I felt really bad about myself.
So what? It was pretty much just multiple choice and stuff like that.
Every question is 3 multiple choice answers, ABC, and there's just some like wild fucking questions in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Stuff
okay,
you just wouldn't need
here's one.
and
Topography. You need to learn different classes of airspace: A, B, C, D, E, and G.
That's letters go.
Yeah,
that I wouldn't even know what any of that is. All I know is you can't fly drones near airports.
Oh, you can. You just have to get permission.
You just gotta
from
have
them.
exactly.
Like, why would you even who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Your drone just gets smoked by an
sucked
airplane.
into a turbine, turned to dust.
One of the questions that was fucking annoying was pretty easy, but whatever. It was when if you are piloting a drone and you start breathing in and out rapidly and start getting lightheaded, what is this called? It's hyperventilation, or I think the last one was like a heart attack or something. I forget. The other one is weird, but I knew it was hyperventilation, but I stared at hypoventilation. I was like, no, have I been saying it wrong all these years?
Is that even a thing? Hypoventilation?
I honestly don't know. I didn't care to look it up.
Sounds made up.
Well, it does
Sounds like a
made
multiple
up.
choice answer to try to confuse you, which it clearly did.
It worked. I marked that question
For like 10 minutes on one question.
Dude, that shit was fucking annoying.
I always pictured the test to be like you go out, it's like some guy, and like you like take your drone out, and he
you're
tests
taking your driver's test. Like eyes in the car next to you,
like
and you're
a driver's
flying
test.
your drone.
That would have been.
He's like, take a right
so
turn
much
now.
better.
He grabs the steering wheel, tricks the joystick a little bit.
Yeah, it was like, it's just they made the questions purposely confusing as they do. One of them is
That's the point
if you're the pilot in command, can you operate 2 drones at once? I'm like, fuck no. The answer should just be no.
Yeah, that.
But like.
Unless
And then they're like,
arms.
it was like the answers were, you can't fly your drone. You can't fly 2 drones at once. Second one is like, you can fly your drone, 2 drones at once, if you have another remote pilot in command. I'm like, is that true? But like the way they worded the question is definitely you can't do it.
I hate when they word it in such a way where it's like, it's the same thing.
There's so many like that. It's like in the case of an emergency, you should turn your drone on return home mode and just hope it works. Or it was like, take evasive maneuvers even if they're not in the FAA guidebook. I'm like,
go against the test I'm taking.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Were the
answer.
questions like specific towards a drone model?
no.
Just all generic.
So actually, most of the questions regarding airspace and weather were actually all geared towards planes.
Oh.
So winged flyers. So like a lot of them was, one of the ones is if you add weight to your craft, to your drone or to your ship
to
or
your
whatever.
craft.
If you're adding weight to it, what is increased? And it's like, one of the ones was like your downforce is increased, or it's like your stalling speed is at a higher rate because you have more weight. And that was the answer, because if you stall, you have more weight on it, faster you go, you can still stall.
Yeah,
so it raises your stalling speed, which doesn't really like make sense in my brain. The one that really fucking got me was the one, it's like in a high pressure area, high density area, your drone will act slower.
Like
It'll perform worse in a high pressure area. And I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Like a city, like like people
No,
and
like
stuff,
the
buildings?
atmosphere.
Like a high density area, so the
Atmospheric
atmosphere is
pressure.
really
yeah.
dense. It'll perform worse, is what it said in the test, which I studied
Yeah.
a lot. And I was like, every time I answered the question, I was like, this is wrong when I'm clicking on it. Because I feel like with
Yeah.
thicker air, it should be able to fly more.
No, more
But it
drag,
makes it
more
hard-
drag
yeah.
and more resistance. Probably.
Yeah.
It makes more drag, more it literally.
Bang.
And they're also talking about, because they're talking about planes, not coptered.
I've never known about like more air in an area. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't there just like the same amount?
You
Like,
know
I didn't-
about this?
I didn't know about like different densities of air.
Yeah,
like
you
I know
did.
about like wind and like
You know how
all
when you
that
go to
stuff,
Tahoe
but-
and it's harder
you
to
know how
breathe?
It's like thin air when you go up in the
Oh
mountains.
yeah, well
Nah, there
okay,
it
yeah,
is.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's like half of it.
yeah,
But other times it's just different.
yeah.
It's just
yeah,
like
I
if it's
get what you're
hotter or
saying.
colder.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we had to learn about
There's
like
different clouds. And
yeah,
shit
no,
that
I
play a
get-
role
yeah.
in it.
Do you guys
think
know
that makes
north
sense.
is
That makes
different than
sense.
true north? Magnetic north is different than true north?
Yeah, like
I
the
just-
north where the North Pole is, or so, like it's not
Yeah.
exactly north.
Like there's a
little
magnet
bit.
deposit basically under the north, and it's just like slowly moving because it's like a liquid part of the earth.
That's weird.
I don't quote me. Do not quote me on this,
Yeah,
but
that sounds interesting.
yeah. So they're like, yeah, magnetic north is just slightly different. I'm like, okay.
Slightly more west these days.
And so one of the other things I learned is their airport, the name of their landing strips change depending on how much magnetic north has changed.
Huh.
That's weird.
And so they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to remember that when they change the names of them. I'm like,
Great.
that seems just uselessly
pilots were like,
complicated.
great.
Thanks,
like-
buddy. More numbers and shit to learn.
Yeah.
That'd be wild if like, yeah, if,
Had to do
like,
some math on the
continents
test?
moved like that much.
That was weird. They do move.
No, but if they moved like every year, like stuff was in a different place, like how fucked would that be? Like nothing would like be damaged if stuff just moved.
It would be awful.
That would be weird. Just like, oh, things are shifted around a little bit these days.
We just gotta wait for the San Andreas fault to move. We'll move around.
Next big earthquake just to turn this city into rubble.
You'll be fine here
Oh,
though.
God.
You're built on bedrock,
Yeah, most of the city,
which means it'll
Fault goes right through the bedrock, just splits this whole mountain in half.
yeah, literally right here.
devastating blow.
Like in Jumanji when the house gets pulled apart.
Phenomenal movie.
A phenomenal movie.
I love
You guys
when they
seen
just
good-
open the
good
door and
movies
the whole
lately?
thing's a fucking swamp.
Yeah, that one's fun.
I was looking at movie trailers, and there's some really interesting, like new movies and TV shows coming out. Like just a bunch of, I can't really name a lot off the top of my head, but just a lot of like good TV shows and stuff coming out like in the next
Good.
couple months.
Entertainment.
Yeah, I'm like super excited about.
Finally. Well, people are finally being able to go back and start filming
Yeah,
with
I know,
a lot
right?
of strict COVID rules, but still they're going back and be able to film, which is awesome.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
Mandalorian's already filming their third season.
Mando. Well, I mean,
every
he wears
Friday.
masks the whole time. He's fine.
That's one argument you could pose. I still get.
But it's crazy, like the
This is
amount
the
of
way.
planning and stuff that goes involved in all that is like
It's insane. The amount of people working on
like,
set.
yeah, it's crazy. Then doing it
They
that
must
fast,
have their
and all
own
the
little
art
just like
props
testing
and-
center on
Yeah,
Hollywood.
have
or
to.
wherever.
they probably get tested, and then like everybody in that production gets tested, and then like you can't leave like a
They don't
certain
leave-
area
yeah.
or something. Or
They don't leave the
whatever.
quarantine until
Yeah.
the filming's done.
Yeah,
Take a while. That's insane. The amount of people that you
absurd.
need to put on a show like that. Also, just the props that they have.
that's
and
what I'm saying.
everything.
Yeah, the props and like the air, like a lot of it they use
Green screen.
Mandalorian. They
practical
don't
effects.
they don't even use a green screen. They use like a
Practical effects.
yeah, but it's not. It's there's another word for it where it's like not a green screen, but it's like a virtual area that like that's not projected like when they're actually filming, and it's all like CGI and some other aspect, and it's weird. It's like hard to explain,
Like
but it's super interesting. I watched a video on it.
the thing with Baby Yoda. You know how it's made? It's a puppet.
Like a puppet, yeah.
But when
Yeah.
it walks, that's just CGI. And I read a thing about it, and they're like, yeah, so if we're going to edit this guy, we're going to use CGI on this guy. We can't make it look real. So they make the CGI look like the puppet. So they'll edit it and create it in a way where the CGI looks like the puppet. So it's moving like a puppet would move.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it tricks your eye. Because if you make it look too real, like your brain would be like, CGI. But they make it look like the puppet, and you're like, oh, that could be real.
Yeah, they're not gonna make it
That's
look like
weird.
what Yoda looked like in,
Yeah.
in episode 3,
Yeah.
like Revenge of the
Yeah,
Sith. How he
yeah.
looked like that. Like that would be weird for Baby Yoda now. I
Yeah.
feel like
But they do a
That's
really
interesting.
good job with
I didn't
them.
realize.
It is interesting.
It's nuts. I was
Yeah.
like, that makes a lot of sense. because every time you look at the CGI, you're like, that's a puppet.
Oh,
They definitely have some dude like with the strings above him.
literally perfect segue into this. I read an article today. Baby Yoda plays key role on historic SpaceX mission to International Space Station.
They brought him with them?
So the astronauts arrived at the International Space Station this week with the peculiar stowaway on board, Baby Yoda. The zero gravity indicators are small objects that are allowed to float freely around the cabin to confirm when the spacecraft has entered the low gravity. And they use this Baby Yoda as like one of like the props.
So it just like floats around.
Yeah, one of the props to indicate.
That's hella funny.
Yeah, usually they would use like some other like
beanbag or something.
Yeah, exactly. Something they
my
would
God.
need on the spaceship, but they're like, fuck it, we're bringing it on top.
I'm sure they'll just be moving around and they're just laughing at
Isn't
it.
that hella funny?
Baby Yoda.
We've got Baby
He's
Yoda
in
on board
space.
trying to take a seat right now, NASA communications specialist said.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Think how scary that would be. You're just like floating around, all of a sudden you just see everything start falling around. You're like, oh no.
There's a video too. I'm not going to play it now.
Wait,
It's
have
just
you
like-
guys seen
it's
those
just funny.
videos of the astronauts when they come back to Earth when they've been in the
Yeah, they, like,
ISS
can't
for like
walk.
years?
They're, like-
Well, not for years, but like
Yeah,
whenever how long they've been up
They
there.
go up for like year tours,
Yeah.
I think, something like that. Not
so-
tours.
So they get so used to being in space. Obviously, their bodies are all fucked. Like
Yeah.
they can't walk around or whatever.
Yeah.
But other things they do. I watched a video about it. They're like he's trying to explain something that he's doing in space. He's like holding
It's a pen.
like a pen or something, and he's just like lets go of the pen, and just like starts talking to the camera and looks back, and the pens obviously fell to the ground because of gravity, and he's just like,
And it's funny because like the first when he looks at the pen, the first thing he does, he looks up instead of down. I saw that video. It was pretty funny. He's like, oh, he looked up for it before down. He's
Yeah,
he's
it's like,
he's
what?
standing in a-
Space?
well, because you
No,
can
he
just
came back from space, so he's used to things floating away. When he
like
thinks
he'll just be working in space and like just leave
he's like,
something there and
oh,
do
I
something
get what
else
you're
and like
saying,
grab it
yeah,
again.
so instead it obviously fell on the ground.
That would be
But
way
he
too
looked
convenient.
up.
You
Yeah,
have to, like-
dude. Imagine just like, oh, I need to pick something up.
It's like, oh, my Xbox controller float right here for a second.
Yeah,
gonna let it
just have
sit
your
there.
box just like floating in your monitor. It's like, wait, oh no. That's
Oh my
super
God.
interesting. Yeah, that would freak me out. I would be like, what the fuck? I have to like place things down. This
is
on a
bullshit.
leveled surface.
You have to have like everything in its own little cubby or something, I guess, or strapped down.
Yeah,
That'd be a pretty cool power. Just make things float.
yeah, that would.
Make things go 0G. Be pretty
I want to
sick.
do that like
that'd
the
be cool.
thing they have you can like
She's
pay
like making
for.
things really light.
Vomit
Yeah.
comet. Yeah. You can turn it. Yeah, I want some. So basically, you want to pick up a car, throw it at somebody, turn back on the gravity right when it gets to them.
So you can turn it off. But you
That's
don't-
pretty
when
much just
you
like-
don't
You can
have
like
to touch it.
Yeah, you can turn it off without touching it.
That's
If you
bullshit.
can't move
Fine.
it, right? Well, I mean, like, well, I guess you can have zero gravity and then like, yeah, push it in the air.
Oh, this is just like what's her name's powers in My Hero. LaRocca, whatever the fuck her name is, the pink chick. She can like make things levitate by holding her breath.
I didn't know that was the trick, but
Remember?
I kind of remember what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, I haven't watched that show in a long time.
Oh, there's a part where she picks up like somebody broke like a concrete beam to a building. It's like 7 feet tall. It's like 10 feet tall, like solid concrete. She makes it 0G and just picks it up and swings at somebody with it, just decks them. I'm like, oh my
That
god.
would be nice.
Speaking of the zero gravity stuff, so you know how like they're always finding new planets, whatever habitable people can like go to, even though they're like thousands of light years away.
Yeah.
So if you had the opportunity to go to like another planet, and like you'd get there fine, whatever, it'd be like take like 6 months to get there, whatever. Like you'd be fine trip, nothing would go wrong. You'd get to the planet, and NASA like asked you to like start a new civilization. Like the planet would be breathable. Like there'd be like already like houses and stuff set up. Like
Oh, fuck
that
yeah.
a previous NASA crew like set up for people to come and populate the planet.
Or
looks
the-
just like Earth, all that stuff.
So I just get a new Earth basically with a little bit of habitation.
Yeah, kind of like
What-
different type of animals, but like
Sounds
kind of the
super quiet and
same.
peaceful to me.
Different kind of animals is
But
where you're
like,
getting.
you get like a deer, but it's like a
It's a space deer.
fucking like a
It's
deer. With,
space deer.
it's like a deer with like four antlers instead of two. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just imagining going into a new place and just finding new bugs in my house and just freaking out. Like a space spider? Fuck that.
No, but like it would be set up so like you'd have
space
these
people are saying the
you'd
same
have
things about
houses.
our spiders, and they're not that
Well,
bad.
fuck our spiders.
Yeah.
You're just a little girl.
But would you do it? Like if
Yes.
you had, if like
That
they're
would be
like
sweet.
you just start a new civilization, but you can't come back, and you just gotta like stay there. And
How much
just, like,
ammo?
I mean, am I
and
the only?
weapons do I have?
Am I the only person going?
No. You go like 100, like a group of hundreds
Yeah,
every
it's
like
you and your
year,
girlfriend.
100
It's like a
people
new
would come.
Jamestown, but space
Yeah.
edition.
I would
Space
definitely
edition.
do it. I think it'd be super fun.
I'd
Like, you
do
wouldn't
it.
have to like there wouldn't really be like money per se there yet because they're not like a lot of people. So a lot of stuff would just be like you're doing stuff for the community. Like people are like blacksmiths and
Well,
farmers.
it's
Like,
either-
you know, like
It's
shit
either
like
you
that.
work or you don't eat.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's kind of like a bartering, but like I think it'd be cool to do.
Communism. I'd
Rip
do
around.
it. I would need weapons though. What if like just
Yeah,
This is a peaceful space
Yeah,
island.
yeah.
Angelo.
No, they-
Relax.
they've
people
already
may be-
analyzed the planet. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's gonna like kill you. Like it's
I
very.
don't know that. There were dinosaurs
But
on
I'm
Earth.
telling you, this is the scenario. You're good.
I'm good. Then I'm in.
Okay, you can bring like a box the size of like this table down on the ground, all with like your stuff and everything, guns if you want, banjo. And
have a Barrett
all,
with a-
like
Unlimited.
It's a pretty
ammo.
big box.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge box. You could have a lot of things in
Or
there.
you can just bring one mattress.
Stuff the mattress full of guns.
Leo, what would you bring if you had to bring one thing over there? Or not like one thing. If you had like you bring like your clothes and like all like whatever that stuff.
You got just normal
you have,
stuff.
you
with
have
you.
like your like like you shampoo and all that stuff you can like live with, but like one thing that you need to like kind of take.
shampoo is your thing you need to live with.
Toothpaste,
That's your
all that
one.
stuff.
That's the one item
No,
you're gonna
but like,
list out.
all that like
shampoo.
all that stuff that you
I think
do.
I could go for the rest of my life without
Like toilet
shampoo if I'm
paper,
on a new
all that stuff
fucking
you
planet.
Something that would be like good. That would be good for like exploring the new planet. I don't know.
Helicopter.
Maybe like a. Oh yeah, helicopter. Yeah, space helicopter.
A space helicopter.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know either.
ATV.
Something for exploring the new planet.
I definitely would not go
Yeah.
in this new planet's ocean.
Maybe
It seems
a-
like you're
maybe
asking to
yeah.
get eaten by something.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
That's a hard one
My,
too.
my
I don't know
planet
what I
is
would
just a
bring.
desert.
All right, I got a question along these lines.
Yeah, let me hear it.
You could be one dinosaur. Any dinosaur you want. Just going back in the dinosaur times, just chilling. You gotta be one. What would you go with? And you can be your made up centipede, Leo.
I'd be like a pterodactyl. Just fly away.
Yeah, I'd probably be a pterodactyl too.
Not a Quetz.
What the hell's that?
Quetzalcoatl. Like a fucking
I
massive.
have no idea what that is.
It's a pterosaur. It's like as big as a giraffe when it walks around.
That's too
Huh.
You
big.
can fly
Easy
around.
target.
I was gonna say
it
like
can
T-Rex,
fly.
but then
like
it's
the
like
things in
T-Rex can
Avatar, in
fight.
the Avatar movie. They link
No,
their
literally,
tails
but they're real.
Oh yeah,
They're actually, Lord, type that in, show him a picture of that.
Of
It's called the
what?
Quetzalcoatlus.
I don't know how to spell that.
Quetsa
know how to
quatlus.
spell that?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
just made it
wanna
up. I didn't make up the animal. I made up the spelling.
Just do your best.
It'll show up. This thing's
There's
massive.
no Google
No result. You never see that in Google. Like
no-
in
no
one blank
responses.
page.
Quets aquatilus. I don't know.
Yep, that's all the letters. That's all the letters you need.
Quets aquatilus.
What?
Forget it,
Quetzalcoatlus.
forget it.
Look it up. I'll find it
Just
then.
follow
No,
it with
fuck
follow
it.
it with dinosaur, and it'll help the search go.
Questas quotes.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I mean,
Fuck it.
Okay,
I'm not
fuck
looking
it. Yeah,
up.
who
Yeah.
cares? It's a big flying dinosaur that
we need,
no one
yeah.
even knows exactly what it used to look like, anyways, because we've only seen skeletons of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Just
also
CGI
another
rendition.
thing too. Like all that CGI stuff
Yeah,
Or
all
like-
dinosaurs you ever see are just like CGI renders
Yeah.
that what people project them that
to,
to have
to look like. Yeah.
You have no idea.
Like they. I mean.
No, you do.
they
So
probably
you
don't
do
know-
with
so
this
much
one.
fleshy tissue and feathers.
Yeah.
and
You
things
do
like
with
that
this
Yeah.
one.
Biodegraded over
Well,
the
this is
millions.
its,
Exactly. You
This
don't know
is
what they
its
could have had.
skeleton.
They could have had like freaking.
That's
fur
its
for all we know.
skeleton.
All right, that looks like it's gonna get its neck broken.
This is what the rendering of it looks like.
What the fuck?
Massive.
Yeah, see, like that could be completely wrong. Like, yeah,
That
obviously,
thing's
like the beak and the
wild.
skull dimensions are like might be right, but like,
That's
How is
actual skeleton of it.
This is the actual skeleton of it. Like they have its face and beak.
Oh, dude, that's the inspiration from Up, the burning up.
Kevin,
Yeah, that's where they got that inspiration
Kevin was
from.
like a peacock.
Yeah, but this thing can fly and eats things.
Yeah, that's still
Eats
wild.
things.
That I'd rather get eaten by a T-Rex than that thing.
I think a Spino would be dope. Did you guys hear the update on those guys? Spinosaurus.
You're saying all these random obscure dinosaurs we don't know about.
You watched
Right,
Jurassic
yeah.
Park 3. Spinosaurus.
Which one is that? The
One with the
where
giant
they
spine on its back?
That
Yeah.
one? That's a good one.
Well, they made it. They made it.
Everyone.
They made a new discovery about that thing. Apparently, it was a amphibian, so it had a big tail like a crocodile to swim around and like webbed feet.
Sounds scary.
I feel like
Terrifying.
the water dinosaurs were sketch.
No, I
They're
would not.
probably
mess
enormous.
with that.
Like you think
Yeah.
about like a whale right now. Like dinosaurs were bigger than the mammals we have now.
Yeah,
They would eat
Whales
the
are
whales.
fucking huge. Yeah.
the megalodon.
Yeah, that would be a cool.
The
dinosaur to
megalodon
be,
shark
is it
teeth
megalodon?
is like bigger than our faces.
Oh yeah, they're big.
It's like
What about the mosasaur?
8 feet.
That thing's terrifying.
Just another random dinosaur we obviously don't know about.
It was literally in the other Jurassic Park.
Welcome to
one.
the Dinosaurs with Angelo
Yeah.
segment.
Oh my
Dinosaurs
god,
and Antics.
guys, these are
Angelo's
common
and
dinosaurs.
I'm not in like kindergarten. I don't play with my dinosaurs anymore.
That's what I was about to say. I only know some of the names is because
Yeah.
in kindergarten we had songs with them.
Yeah, I used to
Like
know them
songs
all,
with
but I
them,
don't know
yeah.
them now.
You know a couple.
I know T-Rex. I know Triceratops.
Stegosaurus.
Pachycephalosaurus.
See, that one I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what that?
Yeah, see what the I don't play with my dinosaurs anymore. That's like name a fucking.
Well, now you got my
Jurassic-
memory jogging for the last 5 minutes. I've been thinking about dinosaurs.
What's the one with that like in Jurassic Park that like, spits out the venom? That would be the worst one to get
Oh,
attacked by.
fuck. The
That
Dilophosaur.
like rattle run
I
that,
have
that like
absolutely
opens
no
up.
idea.
It's like
I know what you're
Dilophosaur.
talking
yeah,
about. but I
that
have no
stuff
idea.
think.
would just I would. Oh my god, get me out of there.
I think I don't know. What about those giant like anacondas they used to have?
I was gonna talk about an article I read today too about the. I was gonna show you guys a video of this alligator on this golf course.
Oh,
in Miami.
I saw that thing.
Yeah.
Was enormous.
It literally looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's
They are dinosaurs.
Mongo. Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, have you seen the ones?
Go on.
The crocodiles, the old school, like millions of years ago, there were ones that had a lot like long legs, and they would gallop around. I'm literally not
land?
joking. On land, they had like like just imagine a crocodile with longer legs,
Legs like
and
a
it could
bear.
run on the ground.
Yeah.
That was it. That was what that thing was.
That's like the one I saw with that on the golf course. It had like pretty like long arms and legs. You're just kind of like walking around like
the word I read.
yeah.
where this, they can gallop. I was like, I'm out. No fucking way.
Well, again,
Yeah.
that's just like speculation because, like, yeah, they could see like the joints structure maybe in like a fossil, but like, how would they know it's capable of running? Because I feel like you could say like a giraffe. You know, can giraffes run? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Can they run? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
feel like
Definitely they can
there's a
run.
planet Earth with line.
You fuck- yeah, dude.
Hauls ass.
Oh, I
They're
actually have
booking it.
Anyway,
and
I've
then
seen
like
that
when they
exact
run
one.
too, like their legs like kick back in such a weird way.
Have you seen those things hit each other with their heads?
what I was trying to say is like, if you saw like a skeleton of like a penguin, you'd be like, oh, that bird's like flying around, and then in reality it
Yeah.
swims, and you're like, and you were completely wrong about it, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like for some dinosaurs, like, oh, they could like jump 20 feet in the air and whatever, but it's like they just couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I obviously don't know because I'm also just speculating.
Yeah.
No, that's so true though.
But what I was gonna say a second ago is when we were talking about dinosaurs and shit, is that sharks have been around longer than plants on Earth, which I thought was fucking crazy. Like,
Really?
yeah, like sharks showed up like 500 million years ago, and then plants were like 450 million years ago. It's like I was like, how? Like what?
How does that make
That's
sense?
like how does that even? Yeah, exactly, because everything started in the water.
Oh,
It's like,
because there
how
was
does
just a
that-
bunch of fucking algae pumping out
Yeah, probably
oxygen, and then
probably
they just
something like
yeah.
that. And just made
It was the
plants.
blue-green algae.
I don't know, but yeah,
That's
so
why
I
the
thought that
animals
was
came onto
nuts.
land because you're like, get us away from these motherfucking sharks.
Yeah, they just like
This
oh
ocean's
my
getting a
God.
little too crowded. I'm gonna crawl on this.
Makes a
dirt
lot more
patch.
sense.
It's a
We're
lot more quiet
beginning
up
our
here.
process of evolution, and these guys are already done with it. Okay, we need to get the fuck out
That's
of here.
wild though. I
Yeah.
never would have thought.
Yeah, weird.
Never would have thought. I
I
mean,
would-
like plants is in like on land because there's definitely plants in the ocean before
Well, yeah,
sharks.
well, like land plants and stuff.
yeah,
like plants on land.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Well,
could
I
take a
don't
shark
know, but I think
ever.
that's what they meant.
Like
I mean, a little shark.
if you put a great white on land, I don't think I could take it.
Well,
On
you just have
land?
to wait.
Well, you have to wait, but I'm saying like if it was gonna live indefinitely, I don't think I could kill it with my bare hands.
If it was gonna live indefinitely, but it's just like flopping on the concrete forever.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be able to kill it.
Why don't you just get behind it and then just stab it in the ass?
I'm saying bare hands. There's no way we could kill a shark bare
bare
hands.
hands?
There's no possible way.
No, you like couldn't even puncture it with like a knife other than like the eye sockets.
Like it's punching a shark.
The cartilage is like so thick and dense, like you literally cannot puncture it with a knife. You like cannot cut through it. It's super hard.
Damn.
You ever touch shark skin?
Super sharp knife.
It's like
sandpaper. It just feels like wet sandpaper.
They can't get parasites on them.
Huh.
That's cool.
They also don't get cancer.
I feel like I've seen those sharks like swimming around with those little like sucker fish underneath them.
Well, those sucker fish will stay like a little like mollusk or
oh yeah.
Like those kind of things.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And those sucker fish kind of just like
cool.
chill with them and eat.
All cartilage, no bone.
How do they? Don't they like cut off the shark's fins and stuff too?
Yeah,
that's like all the fucking Chinese people like for shark fin soup. That's like
it just kills them.
Catch them, cut their dorsal fin off, and throw them back in the water, and just they obviously die. So it's just pretty fucked up. So fuck you, China.
I watched a video of a Chinese lady getting really mad at this restaurant, like freaking out and screaming at everybody because they wouldn't serve her shark fin soup.
Where was this?
It was a video on Reddit of a lady in China just screaming at people because they wouldn't let her have shark fin soup.
That's weird.
I was like, settle down.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's so good.
What do you want? You want some mink stew next?
Yeah, yeah.
That might be good.
White
Apparently there was
steaks.
the animal, the mink, which I didn't even know was a thing till like a couple
Mink
years
coats.
ago.
Yeah.
They can contract COVID. There's like there's like this whole like colony that like had them. I forget where it's not in the U.S. and they I think they like killed a lot of them because mink was like transmitting them to all these like other people and other species that may get it. So like they're like trying to quarantine
Nip it in the
them.
bud.
Yeah,
get rid of it.
I was like, what of all the animals is the
Oh no, I'll kill this guy and put him into
make
a
him
coat.
into a nice coat.
Yeah.
Earmuffs.
That's or who knows? Maybe just all bullshit.
They have COVID.
Maybe it's all bullshit. Maybe they just want more mink fur.
Yeah, it's like a reason to get more coat, more
my
pelts.
God.
Oh, these one's got the COVID. Let's kill him. Like,
Gotta get them.
oh,
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Pokemon.
Well, might as well do a little ad read.
A little ad
This
read.
episode of Antics and Anecdotes is sponsored by Coming in Clutch. Are you a true car lover? This epic podcast, hosted by my brother Lorenzo and his friend Cody, has everything from car talk to special guests. Follow Coming in Clutch on Instagram and YouTube. And thanks again, Lorenzo and Cody, for unofficially but officially sponsoring us.
yep.
Unofficially.
Yep. I mean, either one.
I saw him give you $1.
So,
A
yeah,
nice,
he did.
hefty endorsement.
He did give you $1. In other news, totally off topic, there was a green puppy that was born in Italy. I don't know if you guys heard.
Bullshit. Photoshop.
Yeah, it was a green puppy. This guy had like 6 puppies, and one of them turned out green. And the reason for it, they said,
Some melanin thing.
yeah, it's a strange pigmentation believed to occur when pale puppies come in contact with biliverdin in their mother's womb. And biliverdin is also a
enzyme,
pigment that
probably.
makes bruises sometimes appear green. It's like the
Interesting.
chemical.
So is his skin green or his fur?
his
It's
fur.
probably her
Show me a
skin
photo.
causes fur.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like green. I thought it was gonna be like green.
It's like a legit like green fur
Yeah, it
puppy.
definitely has a green hue to it.
Photoshop.
Isn't that crazy? Look.
Interesting.
Wild.
That's pretty nuts.
I'd be down to have a green puppy.
Yeah.
What if Lucy and Lucy were green?
Funny.
She black
Green
dog. Took her on a walk today. Oh my God! So my day this morning. That was fucking,
Tangent.
that was wild. I drove all the way to Sonoma to help drop off Christmas stuff. Drop off 2 Christmas trees for my mom's friend who's setting up a little Christmas like boutique thing for charity.
Little sisters.
No, I don't even know if it's for that. I don't think it is. It's Don Han.
Okay.
Anyways, they're doing this Christmas thing, and I show up, set up 2 trees, set up like a little tent and whatnot, and just like setting up tables, doing a bunch of random shit. My mom's like, okay, can you get my Spotify working with these speakers? I'm like, okay. They bring out 3 speakers. One of them's mine. Another one's another UE boom.
One of them's mine.
And I was like, so 2 UE booms, UE mega booms, or who cares? Another one's just like a Google Home. And they bring it out and they're like, okay. Mom's like, okay, Angelo, set up all these speakers so they work together. I'm like, that's not going to work.
That's not going to happen.
And they're like, what do you mean? You make it work all the time. I'm like, oh my God. That's Sonos at home. Dad got the speakers to do it so they would do that. She's like, I don't understand. I'm like, I know you don't.
I know you don't, Mom.
So
I set up the
worst.
speakers and I got them linked up. And she's like, wait, I'm like, okay, you got it? And she's like, I don't know how you did that. I'm like, all right. And so I gathered all of them. There was four friends. I'm like, you all come here.
Huddle up, team.
We're going to do this. Like I walk them through setting up the speakers, set it up. And then I start playing my mom's music. And she has Spotify. But she doesn't have Spotify Premium, which she should have because my dad has an account. Whatever.
Yada, yada.
Long story short, she doesn't want ads to be played. And I'm like, okay, let's use Apple Music. You have that. She's like, I don't want to use Apple. I want this playlist on Spotify. I'm like, okay,
God.
how about we use Pandora? That has a holiday playlist. And she's like, Spotify playlist. I'm like,
my God.
I'm like, all right. So I call my
Sounds
dad.
like a nightmare.
I call my dad. I'm like, what's your Spotify login? Gives me his email, gives me the login, doesn't work. He's like, oh, I'll pull over and figure this out. I'm like, don't do that. I'll just call Mika. He's like, okay. Call Mika. Same fucking problem. Can't log in, can't do it. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I call Giancarlo and I'm like, dude, you're the last one. You gotta help me. He's like, I got you. We type in a bunch of different codes. Anyways, after like 5 minutes of figuring it out, we type in the codes. So now she's on Giancarlo's Spotify Premium. And so we downloaded her Christmas playlist onto his premium. And then I'm playing the Christmas music. I'm like, all right, this is working. All of a sudden the songs just start skipping. I'm like, what?
I knew it. I
What's
knew it. I was
happening?
about to
And then
say.
Giancarlo just starts playing fucking levels.
Oh,
and my mom's
I
like,
knew it. I was about to say. Oh my God. I was about to say.
I was like, what the fuck? And
That's
I call
hilarious.
him. I'm like, you motherfucker. What are you doing? He's like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, okay. You're going to deal with mom. She's like, you need to tell him that he can't go on his Spotify for the rest of the weekend. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's gonna be a problem.
Like,
He just
yeah.
starts
Motherfucker.
ripping some other music.
That's so funny.
I just thought it was fucking hysterical. So much just effort for like one playlist that you could play on any of the other
Yeah.
things.
That's a good. It's a good story.
This motherfucker.
I have. Oh my God.
Wait, this speaker
always have
doesn't
that
work?
happen to me. So you got them to work. You got them all to pair up together.
No, I didn't. I
just
didn't
the
even
UE
touch the
booms.
Apple Home.
Yeah, you just yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even. I like literally put it away, and my mom was like, "But that's her speaker." I'm like,
I
"She
don't
can't
give a
play."
That sounds like her problem.
Dude, that's what I have from my mom. I have like every subscription known to man because like she'll want to watch like a show on Hulu one week and then like Apple TV the next week and then like Disney Plus and then like whatever and it's like oh my God.
Yeah.
So I literally have like every subscription. I signed in on all this stuff at her
That
house.
sounds nice. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, but
That
it's
is a
like
great problem
but
to
it's
have.
like I feel bad. It's like you don't like I don't know. I mean, I guess she wants.
I have like my family's Netflix. I have Angelo's Hulu. I think I have Angelo's Disney Plus. I have to check. Maybe.
Oh, you think
I
you do?
I have
You
to
do.
Sign back in on that one.
Change the
What else?
password
I
on
don't
that.
have an HBO. If someone wants to hit me up
I've
with
like-
one of those.
I don't even know my HBO Max
I
account.
can read off all the ones I have right
Don't.
now.
Just don't. It's good. It's fine. We believe you have a
I'm
lot.
doing
No, you don't need to. Anywho, that was
Amazon, Showtime, Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube TV, YouTube Premium, Hulu, HBO Max, Stars, Rooster Teeth, Vimeo, Xbox Live, Spotify, Costco.
You should give me Showtime.
Costco
I would
isn't
love
one.
your Showtime account.
Showtime.
Actually is pretty gas.
They have good movies.
They do. They really do. And they have some good TV shows. We watched Homeland, me and McT over this summer. Finally finished it. It's like 8 seasons.
Have you watched The Boys
Maybe
yet?
I have it already because my parents watched that.
I haven't
show.
seen The Boys.
Oh,
Homeland?
that show is lit. You should watch The Boys. Super cool show.
Yeah, you guys are saying it's about. We talked about it, I think last time.
It's like superheroes that are like
mutant
look
type
nice
superheroes.
to the public, but are just real big assholes in real
Yeah,
life.
Yeah,
really
it's
funny.
like imagine if people in our world had superpowers, they would just be fucking
They would just be big
assholes.
What
douchebags.
show? Or I mean, what platform?
Amazon Prime, you already have it.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen helps write it.
There's also some new TV show with Seth Rogen when he's like his younger, he like goes back to his younger self or something, and he's like he plays two people. It's like that Paul Rudd TV show where he's like the the bad Paul Rudd and the good Paul Rudd.
I never
seen
saw
that.
that.
That
yeah.
sounds hella
Yeah,
funny.
I want to watch both of those. They're hella funny. And, like Seth Rogen's like some guy from like the Civil War era, and like he comes back and like, oh, it's like his grandfather. He comes back and like Seth Rogen plays like a younger like grandchild of himself playing his grandfather. It's the funniest thing.
Oh my god, I'd watch that. Seth Rogen's hysterical. I listened to him on Howard Stern, and that's where I heard about The Boys, because he's
really?
like, he literally gave the same exact, not same exact way. He did it way better than I could do it. And he's just like, just imagine the superheroes, man. They're just fucking assholes. I'm like, yeah. If you had all that
Superman-
power, you wouldn't listen to shit. Like
Wait, so how many of them are there?
a bunch, like hundreds.
And how do they get them? The powers.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta watch
part
the
of the
show.
show.
That's part of it.
Okay. Don't spoil it then.
It's part of the show. It's fucking, it's so funny, so graphic, and so ridiculous.
I'm excited to watch the new Mandalorian tonight too. I'm just spilling all over
I
Mando!
saw that. You just
This is
dripped
the
that
way.
beer all
I know,
over
I
your
was
legs
trying to, like-
somehow. Still going.
Also, I love how he doesn't, since he was brought up by the Watch, he has his own little beliefs, and like he meets
The
an
Night's
actual.
Watch. Game of Thrones really fell off the map. Go on.
He's from like Death Watch or whatever. We don't actually know yet, but his Mandalorian faction is like more very strict on the rules. That's why he doesn't take off his helmet. As you know, this is the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I love every time he meets another Mandalorian or sees somebody with the helmet and they take it off. He's like,
Who are you? What
he's
is
like,
Yeah.
what are you? Like, take off that armor.
Yeah.
Give me the armor now.
You're not worthy.
And then when that episode where he meets the other Mandalorians and they instantly take off their helmets, he like picks up the baby and is like, "All right, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
You guys are
Backs
clearly
away.
not like me.
It's like, dude, chill out.
Like says three words to them, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I was born on Mandalore." He's like, "No, I'm out. Fuck you."
Yeah. I can't wait to watch the new one tonight.
I haven't even watched the third episode yet because I didn't stay. I
Really?
wasn't.
Well, let's watch it after
It's
this.
the one I just talked about.
It's,
I'll watch
it's-
it again.
It's super short. It's only like 30 minutes.
Okay,
super
fine.
short.
Oh, Leo can't go home. Slimy little eel boy.
I still have one more day of work this week. God damn it.
Oh,
Tomorrow
yeah.
morning.
I forget you
Do
work
it.
Saturdays.
Yeah, I creep out of your house every Saturday morning when I'm sleeping on Friday.
It's, yeah.
Do you remember
thing.
you? I don't know. I remember looking at you when you walked out last time. I was on the couch and I saw you just like stand there for a second. I go, and then you just walked up the stairs and I was like, oh, he's gone. And then about
He's
30 to
gone.
45 minutes later, my like eyes open up again. I'm like, nobody's in the bed, and just immediately run over there and crawl into bed.
Yeah, Leo, I walked in last time. We were all hanging out with all the guys, and I go downstairs, like Tam, grab like a charger, and I go in your room, or I'm like setting up the bed or something, and like walk in, and you just have your phone just on your chest, and you're playing like Tom Petty or something on your chest, and you're just like, oh, I'm on fire, and you're just
oh
my
like
God.
passed out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
I don't even know.
You're the fucking worst person to have that happen to. He's one year when we were roommates, I was literally laying in bed. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be productive today. I'm gonna do all my homework and I'm gonna go to bed early so I can wake up early and study. Like, this is gonna be great. I can do this. Awesome. Didn't want to do it. Anyways, go to bed early, like lights off at 9 o'clock, like trying to sleep. This motherfucker like kicks in the door and looks at me in bed. I like,
was I
open
sober or was I not?
I don't know. I think you were sober. I think you were just in a mood. He kicks in the door, looks me in the eyes. I like crack open and I'm like, maybe he'll think I'm asleep. And he just grabs the light switch and he goes, hey, are you awake? And he's just flipping it up and down as fast as he fucking can. Just like a strobe
Sounds like
light in
something
the
I would
fucking
do.
room. Like,
Oh, great, you're
my
awake.
God.
You're awake.
And he's like, you're awake.
feel like you've
Perfect.
done that
I can
to
start
me,
playing
too.
music now. And then just starts bumping music and like keep flashing the lights. He's like, red or rave. I'm like, I hate you.
You're awake now.
Oh, that was good times. It wasn't good times.
Visiting
actually. I don't
Gonzaga was
know.
always a blast, except the last time I visited.
Gonzaga was dope, dude. Place was hella fun.
Yeah. You guys have some good spots, some good peeps.
Yeah.
Good friends. Yeah.
The
CM
whole shebang.
room 89, baby. That was where legends are born.
I remember I just come visit, and you guys should just be so in your element, just like Leo's little room with like a TV and everything. Like, come over, Leonardo, come help me clean my room, and we'll go out. We're like, all right.
Oh my God.
Just make it spotless for you. That's what I did in Banjo's room. Whenever I'd come visit, I literally would organize everything.
We almost got in so much freaking trouble in our freshman room. We were just chilling in there one day, like drinking beers. Oh no, we're underage, and this whole crew of people in suits just like knock on our door.
Adults.
And there's like 5 of them, adults. They're all in suits, and we're like, "Hello."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, we used to live in this room. We used to live in this room. Let's come on in."
Yeah.
We like look at them, and they're like, they have a 18-pack of Coors Light, and we're like, "Come on in, guys."
It's like you can come in, but there's a toll at the door. Like,
freshman year was one of the funnest times to visit. Me and Ben visited.
It was so much fun. We sat there, had a couple beers with these guys, being super fucking loud. Anyways, the RAs come
Catherine
by.
Monica?
Yeah, and CM. The RAs come by. Then they call other RAs. Then they call like the main RA. Yeah. And then me and Leo are just sitting in the room as all these RAs are walking in with like 5 random ass dudes.
Random men. Like,
yeah. And then like Leo like puts his beer down like behind his back, and one of the guys grabs it out of his hand. It's like double fisting one of the adults. And then I like put mine down, and he picks mine up, and another guy's double fisting, and they're like, "Oh, there's beer in this room. Like, you guys are gonna get in trouble." Like, getting mad at us. And then the guys, the bachelor party that they're having,
literally a bachelor.
They're like, "Dude, it was our beer."
We brought all the alcohol.
We forced them to do it.
yeah, literally. They said something.
And the RAs are like, "Did they really do that?" And they're like, "Yeah, it was so traumatizing." They came into our room.
Right in, we didn't know what to do.
Oh my God.
They were cool about it. They
RAs don't. They're not they're not trying to shit on your dad.
No, those RAs were trying to shit on us.
They were trying to get us.
The older dudes like took the fall because I mean who fucking cares? They have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Like, this is our beer.
Yeah.
These RAs are like 10 years younger than them. They don't give a fuck. Like,
dude, they were out to get you at every opportunity.
Yeah.
Lorenzo did the same thing at Santa Clara when I was a freshman. He was a senior, and he comes in with a freaking cooler full of 2 beers and just all water, all melted ice. He didn't even look. He was so drunk. He walked up 4 flights of stairs, comes in my room. The door was open because Saturdays we just kind of leave the doors open. We were hanging out. And me and Andrew were hanging out in there. He comes barging in. He has the cooler of it, just slips, eats shit, spills all the water.
No.
All, like an Alhambra gallon worth of water all over my room. And like 2 beers fall out. He's like, "I brought you beer." I'm like, "God damn."
I brought you 2 beers.
Smells like cooler all
And then my roommate, he didn't give a fuck. He was super chill about it. And after we just sit there laughing, we're like, "Well, at least our floors are clean."
Yeah. That's
just ice cold water all on it.
I think I spent the night in your room.
Came in and they wrote me up.
Oh my God.
I forgot to add that. And then Lorenzo was the one that had to go because like I said I didn't do it. And so Lorenzo was the one that had to like write like a 1-page letter to like the RA communication office saying like how he's gonna like tone down his
I'll be good.
Yeah. And they wrote me up for it too, and just like, "Fuck you, Lorenzo." Getting me smoked.
So wait, I spent the night in your room, didn't I?
Yeah, a bunch of people did.
That one.
I never saw where you lived.
Remember during our practice we had? Not during practice. During a game.
Yeah.
We had a game with them, and then everyone's like, "We're going back to the hotel, Angelo." I'm like, "I'm gonna stick with Lardo."
Oh yeah.
And I stayed back, and you went back to the hotel for some reason, and you guys never came back out, and I was at their house drinking, and they're like, they were like all celebrating because they beat us, and I'm like, "Yay, I'm also here. Like, you beat me." Like, fuck.
That was a great time. That was a good time.
Oh my God.
That year, everybody came to play us, Santa Clara. You guys came, like Cal Poly, Jack Tunney was there. He came, played us too. I got because I remember there'd be all these. I posted a bunch of pictures there with everybody.
That was
you guys
hella fun.
Yeah.
And we were both 13.
No, we never went to Gonzaga.
It was also pouring rain when we played.
Yeah, that was so shitty.
That was so shitty.
Yeah.
And then you guys also just had
that field sucks.
40 people on the bench, and we had like 3.
Yeah. Literally, you're like a football sideline with people. We had literally like 3 fucking subs.
I asked my coach, I was like, "Can I go to their team?" Play for them.
Oh my God. And then you guys like beat us by like 2 or 1.
And it was beat us by more than that.
No, it was so fucking frustrating.
I remember Lorenzo was just in the game, and then you took the ball and you went all the way downfield, and Lorenzo was defending you with the long ball, and you were just like, "Oh, Lorenzo!"
No. And then Ben Anderson embarrassed Lorenzo and tripped him. That was awesome. And Ben was like, "That's it. I won the game. It doesn't matter."
I won.
They had gone abroad together, so they were like They were so into that game.
Ben came back our sophomore year.
Yeah.
He was in Italy our freshman year and came back our sophomore year. And he was just like, "Oh, you're Lorenzo's cousin?" I'm like, "I am." And he's like, "Oh, you're my buddy now." I'm like, "Okay."
All right.
Sure.
Okay.
It was a blast. That kid was such a goon.
He was cool.
Yeah, I met him a couple times. He's a really nice dude.
We got adopted by our captain freshman year.
Yeah, because we were good.
Yeah.
So.
Spencer Amberson. This guy was a goon. His house was infested with mice. There were holes in the walls. It was awesome. There was one point where he was just drunk, just standing there. He's like, "See this hole in the wall?" He's like, "I think I'm seeing double." I'm like, "What?" And he just punches another hole in the wall. I'm like, "Oh, God." Spencer.
What a psycho.
And then like a month later we go by and he's like a hard hat on and he's like plastering the walls. He's like, "I'm so great."
Patching all the drywall holes.
Plastering walls.
Before his landlord
comes.
Oh, that was so funny.
My friends put so many walls
so many walls and holes.
So many holes in our walls sophomore year. Just way too many.
I kicked a hole in a wall once. Some girl, I don't know what she was doing. She was like, there was a hole in the wall. And she was like,
oh my God,
filming it or something.
Funny.
And she just like dropped her phone in the wall.
Behind the drywall.
No way you're getting that.
And like,
That was at the bottom of Spencer's staircase, wasn't it? Yeah.
They're all trying to. That's what the hole's from. He fell down the staircase and put his head through the wall. That's what it was.
Yeah, he like shouldered it.
Anyways,
oh my God.
Everyone's trying to figure out how we're gonna get the phone out of the wall. And I just look at Leo, and he looks at me, and I just kick a hole straight in the bottom of her phone.
He's like, "Oh, there's your phone."
And I'm like, "Oh, there's a hole right there."
That's the bottom of the fucking floor.
Some really flimsy ass walls.
It's just drywall.
I mean,
as long as you don't kick a stud, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ow. Break your toe. You're probably wearing your boots or something.
I was wearing the Timbs. That's the only reason I kicked a hole in a wall.
You did that in Phoenix. When you put that aloe vera on your sunburned face, and I was downstairs eating cereal, and all I hear is just shrapnel falling through the walls. And I go up and just a big gaping hole, and Angelo just socks his hand right in the wall.
Through the wall.
Something.
Oh no! So my
just
eyes were
so bad.
I was just in Arizona. I didn't put sunscreen on my everywhere but under my eyeballs, and it was it would hurt to blink. So I'd just be like, "Oh, there's got to be something I can do." And I get aloe vera, I rub it all over my body. I'm like, "Oh, it feels better." I'm like, that might feel better on my eyes. Let me tell you, it did not. It was like that minty aloe vera, and I
really
put it
bad?
on, and it stung worse. It literally felt like people were putting needles in my eyes. And then I fucking punched a hole in the wall. It hurt so bad.
Jesus Christ.
And then like after, I'm like on the ground like crying because I'm like 12 or something. Like, it hurts. Like I also punched a hole in the wall. I'm like, my dad's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
That was also
blind and disoriented.
It was the funniest thing.
No, wait. I grabbed the aloe vera after, read it. It says, "Do not use on face." And I'm just like, motherfucker.
Damn my dyslexia.
Shit.
Dude, it was...
Should have read that.
I'll remember that till the day I die.
That was awful. That was a terrible memory for me. And then, I think that same trip, we went to a Mexican place, and they brought out one of those little iron skillets with fajitas in it. It's an iron skillet with fajita in it.
Went to Banderas. It was the cornbread.
Yeah. And the lady goes, "Don't touch this. It's hot." And she puts it down in front of me, and I'm like, "Oh, that handle's the wrong way." And just try to move the handle and instantly get 3 burns on each of these fingers. I'm just like, ah!
What did I
And so I had my face burned. I had my fingers burned. I'm like, dude, I hate this place.
I hate when they say, like, "Oh, don't touch this. It's way too hot." I'm like, I don't want it that hot.
Don't bring it out here. Oh, it's boiling.
Leave it back there for the 10 minutes.
I don't trust myself.
Oh,
That's funny.
All right, let's play some $1 million games.
$1 million or
before we end it. We still got like 10 minutes left. All right, guys. First scenario: you get $1 million, a lot of money, but you have to live in Antarctica for 3 years.
No.
A place already established.
Still
Like
no.
like at like a science observatory.
What's established? You mean like
places
three
that are
three
already in
fucking
it.
rooms?
Yeah.
No. 3 fucking rooms, and I go outside, I die. It's
concrete
freezing.
No.
So
You
cold.
get like a house and everything, and like you get like whatever
House?
your stuff.
House?
And
I
all
can't have
that. You can, like,
windows.
live there
Do
for
I have
3 years.
Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
All right, then I mean, no, 3 years.
No. 3 years.
I mean, that's
For
like
$1 million.
that's like- I mean, that's $333,000 a year for just hanging out.
think
in
how
the
long
snow.
you wouldn't see the sun for.
Yeah, but like
No,
you just get to
still
like
see
lay
it.
around in your house. Can people like
Don't you?
visit me, or am I like alone for 3 years in Antarctica?
Well, it's really hard to get to Antarctica.
Well, that's what I'm
You're-
saying.
No,
like,
people
Wait,
can come visit you.
how do you say it?
Antarctica. Oh,
Antarctica?
they had this conversation in the Rooster Teeth podcast too.
Did they? How do you actually Antarctica?
It's so some people are saying
Antarctica.
Antarctica,
Antarctica or Antarctica?
Antarctica or
Antarctica?
Antarctica.
Antarctica or Antarctica?
I think it's Antarctica. Antarctica.
There's no ants there.
Moving on.
I
don't know if I would do it. That's a hard
What
one.
if it was just for a year?
Oh, year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Year I'm in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
3 years, I would
mean,
go
like,
insane and die.
See, I try to
People,
make
like-
them hard so like you don't just say yes right away. That's why I put 3 years. So I was like,
3 years was tough, but
Yeah.
still,
I would probably do it for a year.
I mean, like, I feel like you could find something to do, like some sort of like, you know, research of like wind or something for somebody, and you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
pass the time. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And, like if you had like someone down there with you.
Wind research.
I don't
Oh, it's
know.
been a windy
I mean, like,
today.
I mean, I'm imagining, I'm imagining the scientists that are down there
it's
right
not
now.
really north.
Whatever the reason their scientists are there for right now, like that reason.
Yeah, yeah,
I assume
yeah.
what else are they tracking other than like
Penguins.
no?
No,
they-
you
they
could
don't
go
give a
like
fuck.
expeditions every day and go find walrus
Expeditions?
and everything.
That's how you die.
Yeah, I would not leave.
I would
my,
not go
like,
within. I would not
100-yard
leave. Yeah,
circle, like,
literally.
Unless it's super nice, calm days, no wind, hella sun.
All of a
and
sudden,
then-
you're 100 yards out of your house and snowstorm.
Yeah. it's
Well,
true.
I don't know where I am.
a
Also,
string or
isn't
something.
north-south poles you get more sunlight throughout the day, or is it darker most of the day?
Depends
Like
on
the poles,
season.
isn't it lighter? Because
I think it's
Right?
just 6 months it's bright all the time, and 6 months it's dark all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God! I read a terrifying
How does that
fact.
make
There's
any
some
sense?
town in Alaska.
because the Earth's on a curve,
The
it's not like
hemisphere,
perfectly
the
upright.
northern
The
hemisphere,
Earth's
southern
like
hemisphere.
slanted like
There's
that.
a town in
yeah.
Alaska. I
That
read
makes
it was
sense.
like
That
Axis.
makes sense.
2 days ago. The sun set and it's not going to rise until 2021.
Huh?
So like, there's this town in Alaska, and they're like, "All right, sun's setting today. It's not going to rise until 2021."
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah. So
How is that even a thing though? Because the Earth spins.
But it's
Yeah,
the
but it's on an
position on
axis.
your Earth. It's the position on the Earth, and it's not just the Earth's rotating; it's the Earth's rotation around the sun, as the Earth itself is also rotating.
Because on an axis.
So the Earth is spinning, and then the Earth is spinning around the sun.
I
as
know,
well.
but it's just crazy that after like 14 hours, you don't see the sun again.
They don't see the sun.
they don't see the sun
for
for like
months.
6 months. For like not 6 months, for like 4 months.
That's
they don't see the
just
sun.
wild. So it's like, is the moon always in that same spot in the sky?
No.
The 6 months?
The
We were
moon
talking
also
about this
moves.
the other day.
We
The
had an
moon-
argument about the
We
moon.
talked about the moon a lot yesterday. The moon is weird. The more you think about the moon, the weirder it is.
It's gnarly.
Like, what is it doing? He's just hanging
There's
out.
water on the moon. Did they find that?
I think there's like
Shut up.
no. I think
There's no one on the fucking moon.
I'm pretty sure I read an article that
Bullshit.
said that they,
maybe
they
like
found
frozen
it.
on the ice caps or something. But I'm
Oh,
pretty
there's
sure the moon is
frozen
just a
water.
fucking wasteland.
That's some bullshit. It's like, oh, there's this poison water on the moon.
Oh, wait. Quick thing, too, before I exit out this tab. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first passengers in a hot air balloon.
What the fuck?
What? That's
A
random.
sheep, a duck, and a.
How do they
Wait,
land
wait,
it?
wait.
Was
In
it
So they had two
1783.
things
a
that
one-way
could-
ticket?
They had one thing that could fly,
Yeah, that's,
and then one that could kind of fly, and one that would just fall like a rock.
that's true. One that could fly.
In
One that could float, one that would
1783.
fall.
Yeah, just like see which one makes it.
That's pretty funny.
Wait, what was I going to look up? Oh, the...
There's
Water
no
on the moon.
Water on the moon, my ass.
I don't know. Neil Armstrong, is there water
I
up
thought
there?
I read an article that says...
Is there water in that Hollywood
NASA's
basement?
Sophia discovers water on sunlit
start
surface of moon. Yeah.
It says
Mineral
yes.
water is water.
Have you seen CGI around that time?
Hold on. One thing at a time.
Yeah, they found it.
All right. So they found it. Let's go, boys.
How much?
Discovers water on sunlit surface of moon.
Excellent. Cool.
Blah, 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 infrared has
Now we
confirmed for
know.
the first time water on the sunlit surface of the moon. The discovery indicates that water may be distributed across the lunar surface and not limited to cold, shadowed places.
Cool. Meaning it doesn't have enough temperature to evaporate is what it's kind of saying, I think.
Yeah.
So it can be in like
because it's
sunlit
sun. Yeah.
places.
Because how would you
So-
detect if it's cold and it's ice? It'd be harder to see from like a telescope because you'd be
I
like,
feel like it'd be easier to see
Oh,
ice, more reflective.
yeah, maybe.
Well, that's how they see like ice on like far off planets and stuff because it's all white on the caps. On the top and bottom, it's all white because that's where it's like the
Yeah,
coldest or
yeah.
some shit. Like exactly
That'd
like
be
our
cra-
planet.
that'd
You know,
be
like there's
crazy.
Antarctica and the North Pole. That's why it's all snowy up there. It's the same with other planets. So they see like white. in
It'd be
the
crazy if like
ice.
there's a planet that's literally just like ice, like see through, like not even like white snow.
Just
like,
a
if
ball
it's just
of
like,
ice.
If it's just ice,
You can
like-
see the other side of the planet.
Have you guys
Yeah.
heard of those?
That would be crazy.
The water
It's like a
just
glass
floating around.
marble.
Yeah,
in space.
literally.
Have you heard of just the water floating around in space?
Water, space water.
There's apparently just
Really?
like massive,
Oh, there's probably gazillions and trillions of gallons of water. in
massive,
space.
like
all ice.
bigger than planets, just like
Yeah.
areas of water.
It's
floating
probably
around
ice,
in
isn't it?
space.
Because if it's water, it definitely.
One of Saturn's moons like is ejecting water like as we speak, like constantly is doing it. I don't
Like,
know. How, I don't know how. I
geysers?
don't know like when it's.
Isn't it
gonna
one of those
stop.
ones that's
like
frozen on the
geysers?
inside? Well,
Yeah, it's like they're like geysers that like shoot up.
Now
and it's,
Google
like-
geysers on
and
Jupiter's
moons.
moons.
It's all it's
moon-
this
how
one
many moons
planet
does
is
Jupiter
just
have,
like
like 22?
ejecting water. So
Jupiter's
that
got a-
probably makes sense.
Pretty
You
sure
know?
Titan is one of Jupiter's moons.
Yeah.
Europa.
Europa, that sounds right.
It's a moon.
It's a moon somewhere.
I'm sure
It's like
a moon
it's one
somewhere.
of Enceladus is known to have a liquid water
Sure.
ocean hidden below its frozen crust. Hydrothermal vents regularly eject liquid ice and material
Hydrothermal vents. That was
from
kind
the
of close
moon's
to the
core into outer
geyser.
space.
That's
It's just like
sweet.
eject. Well, that's the cool thing too, because when it's doing that, also first of all, it wouldn't be water in space. It'd just be frost and snow, because all the carbon and oxygen would leave.
well,
the
it depends
water.
on the
So when it
atmosphere. Does-
spews out
does that-
into space, it would turn into ice and frost.
Well, no.
'Cause
Well,
it wouldn't be liquid.
it depends if that moon or whatever has an atmosphere. Because if it's just like
No, but I'm saying in general, it doesn't have an atmosphere. But I'm saying in general, if like
moons
if,
don't have an atmosphere.
Some don't.
if the space station like threw
Well,
like
yeah.
water out into space, it would instantly
oh,
frost.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because
out
the
in space,
oxygen
yeah.
molecules would detach from the 2O
Hydrogen.
from the
So then it
O.
wouldn't be frost anymore.
Yeah,
just be
but it
two
wouldn't be
separate
liquid.
gases.
It wouldn't be yeah. It would just be like
I don't think
like
it
powder.
I don't think it.
No, it wouldn't like decombine. It would if you
Yeah.
if you put water out in space, it would just freeze.
It's not an absolute zero.
Yeah, it would free. Yeah. But I'm saying it wouldn't be liquid.
No, it absolutely would not be liquid. I agree.
It's a huge ice cube in space.
That's what
Well,
you were saying earlier.
there are ice planets, and on the outside of them, frozen obviously, and then on the inside, like ours, because it's moving constantly. On the inside, it's warmer,
Yeah.
and so there's water on the inside.
Interesting.
They're
Interesting.
probably like millions of negative degrees.
Could be creatures living in there.
All right, we'll do one more just
Could be
because
nothing.
we're running up on the time.
After all.
Could be you.
Could be me.
I'll
That's where I came
save.
from.
I'm
Billions
gonna-
of the rockets.
I'm gonna save the other million one. I'll do the $1 billion, but you can't, or with the B, everybody.
Billion.
You can't ride anything anymore for the rest of your life. You can't ride on planes or trains or boats or bikes or scooters or skateboards or anything.
Can
So,
I get ridden?
I can drive my car though, but I can't ride in a car.
No, you can't. You can't even like ride in it. Even if like someone drives, you can't ride in a plane. You can't like have
So
a chauffeur
basically,
drive
I
you.
just have to walk everywhere I go. Is what
yes,
it
but
is.
you get $1 billion
Mm,
for the rest of your life.
mm,
I know I make them hard.
It depends
but it's
on
like,
what the definition of ride is.
you can't take anything. Like literally just
no
your feet.
vehicles.
Just your feet.
So there's just no,
No
faster way.
parasailing.
There's
No
no faster way to get around other than walking. Is basically.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, are you riding a parachute?
Well, that's not even that practical. That's like a
But it'd be
I was like-
anything though.
because like
Anything,
even
anything.
if you had like $1 billion, like you couldn't buy any cars.
I
couldn't
know,
buy a
that's what I'm
yacht,
saying. You couldn't
couldn't
really
buy a
You couldn't
plane.
go anywhere.
Yeah, you couldn't go anywhere. You have to fucking walk everywhere,
Yeah.
which would be really shitty.
Couldn't ride.
But you do get $1 billion for the rest of your life. It's a hard one. It's purposely a really hard one.
That's a hard one. I don't know.
I know.
You're really confined to literally just walking around with $1 billion because like
You would
what's
have to
the point
just
of $1
pick a
billion
spot
if
and
it's
then
not-
just
I mean,
live there.
You'd have just like a really fat pad, a huge house
Yeah.
because you would never buy any
yeah.
cars.
You need to buy like a ranch. Like,
Oh, but like 5 ranches and make them into one maker compound.
yeah.
I don't know though.
I don't
That
know
is
if I
a
would
tough
do
one.
it. That's the thing. It's like couldn't do
That's
on any
this
of
is
that.
one of the first $1 billion I've had to have struggled
right?
on, 'cause
I
usually
know.
I'm just like,
I had to
yes.
make
I don't know.
this year's harder.
Because
Not
like
this week's.
you just had just like a really cool houses that you'd have to like if you ever. I mean, like how far can you walk? Like you could technically.
that's what I'm
you
saying.
can never
right?
leave the country other than Canada and Mexico.
You could like.
But you, if you wanted to go
Gradually walk.
to vacation in Mexico, you have to fucking walk down to
Yeah,
Mexico.
yeah.
Like what? Like, what?
Yeah, no fucking shot.
Yeah.
What if you could like pick one?
One
Like, you could,
vehicle.
like,
Okay. All right. Hi. How about I'll give you this?
It would be car.
I'll give you this. One.
It's gotta be something stupider than a car.
I'll give you this. 2 days a year, you can use transportation. 2 days a year, so you can be like a flight.
So
it
is
can
it-
be a flight somewhere and back. It
Is
can
it
be
like
a car
a
ride
check in,
somewhere
like
and
this
back.
day is here and it ends here, or is it like 24 hours
No, you-
of travel time?
One vehicle.
One vehicle.
What if you have a
like,
layover?
times
You're
length.
fucked.
Yeah. Well, then
don't
you gotta
don't
take that
far.
layover. You take that second flight, and then you're in that other country for the rest of your life.
Or the next
Until
year.
the next year. Yeah.
Or you.
I'll
or
give you
walk
that.
home.
I'll give you that.
So
I
does
might
it,
take
wait,
it if I
wait,
could
wait,
do
wait,
that.
wait. Does it reset at the end of the year, or does it reset after? You
Yeah,
took
like
your flight
January
after a year?
1st. January 1st, you can.
So it's not like I took a flight on March 10th. I can't fly again until March 10th.
No, you can do it just any 2 days you choose. Any 2
Like
days.
imagine if you just wanted to go to like Tahoe, and like you had to like. I don't know if I want to fly there or drive there because it's not that far, but I really don't
walk.
want to walk there because it's up a mountain.
Yeah.
You got $1
But
billion.
like, and then you're just like once
You
you're
just
there,
gotta like
once you're
chill at your
there-
home the 99% of the
All-
days, and then like you have plan a vacation and you like fly to Italy and then spend a couple months in Italy, and then like fly back and like those are your 2 trips.
But then like you get landed in Italy with all your bags,
And you have to walk.
home from the
Yeah,
airport to
yeah.
wherever you live in Italy. I don't know. This one's getting shaky. I don't know.
I'm out.
private jet, you'd have $1 billion.
I know, but
That doesn't matter. The airport's still gonna be far away from your home. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna
build
build.
the airstrip.
Yeah,
on
I
your
guess
property.
you build an airstrip on your property with $1 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, it's getting sweeter again.
Getting sweeter again. We're going back up.
Or you could just build your own railroad that just has all the stops you like, just on your property. Just take me here and take me back.
All right, final decision. Yes or no?
I think I would do it just because you could also just like better the lives of all your friends.
I'd take it.
Because you could just be like, I have $1 billion. Well, here's $20 million.
So what happens if you try and get into a vehicle?
You explode. You die immediately.
You just lose your $1 billion.
You accrue all the debts.
I was imagining just like an invisible taser wall. Sorry, I can't come in like a vampire. You have to invite me in.
All right, well,
was a good
that's
one.
where we ended.
Yep,
I
I'm in.
think it's the longest one we've had yet.
I've been your host, Angelo Sangiacomo. Thank you for listening to Antics and Anecdotes. You can't get rid of that one, can you?
I can't. You son of a bitch. Thank you guys for watching.
I've been your host, Angelo. It's been awesome.
Thank you, Leo and Angela, for.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, Lardo, for coming to this podcast today.
Oh, anytime. Have me on anytime.
It's been great.
Look at that good old crit over there.
Good night.
Ciao,
Happy
ciao.
holidays.
Ciao.